looking back at the footage, I have no clue why it is so laggy, so I am sorry. This is trade recap number 4. This week, not a lot going on. Just one trade taken this week by me. You'll see other trades taken on the account because I have an algo running on it. But starting next week, I will have a 50K account combine, and I will be trading that one. And when the time comes, or whatever it is, I'll be trading GC and MGC. So I'll be trading minis and micros on that account on days I don't feel confident in a setup and days I do feel confident in a setup. So let's get into it. Disclaimer. Like I said in the last trade recap, I know these videos are boring, but they are for me to keep consistently post this and to get into a routine and to track my progress. I have nothing to prove to you guys yet because I am not a profitable day trader. This is for me and for anybody who is interested in watching. So let's get into it. Alright, as you can see, we traded one time this week. So this will be a short trade recap. I will never come to my senses. Short trade recap this week. First week of October, we are looking pretty good. As you can see, my algo did lose twice this week, and that's why you see 3 trades on Wednesday, and then 1 trade on Thursday, 1 trade on Friday. But as you can see down here, we have MGC. This is all one trade, just 2 TPs, and then MES. I don't trade ES. I strictly trade gold for the time being. I'm trying to lock in on. I'm trying to master one before I go on to any other else. I feel like that is just some advice I heard before, and I am keeping up with that. So let's get into what the trade was and why I took it. All right, as you can see, I took a trade at 6:30 and took it all the way to 8 o'clock. So it was an hour and a half trade. The reason I entered this trade, was because for my buys, it was bullish. As you can see, we are very bullish. Previous Asia was going up, made a new high after New York made a new high, and then we swept down and then continued bullish. I expected New York to make an all-time high, but it did not. I was also not in the market at the time. I was at work, so I didn't really see what was going on. But I did expect to see movement to the upside and possibly a new all-time high, which we did create over here. If I had 3 cons in of micros, I would have held it all the way up to the next Asia high. I did hold this trade to the midnight cluster. But the reason I did enter this trade was because, one, I started seeing a pattern, and I will be backtesting this later. I started to see a pattern of Sydney likes to do a 6:30 reversal. And the reason why I entered this 6:30 reversal, it doesn't happen all the time, but it does happen. But the reason I entered this 6:30 reversal is because we had a 5-minute order block for one at the low. That's why my stop loss was below the negative 0.278 level. And we also had in the 1 minute, obviously the 1 minute, we had a 1 minute order block and the 1 minute time frame at this level. This was also purple level, which was a great confluence for a reversal. Instead of stuttering, let's see what I actually said. Sydney opened, swept above the New York high before having a pullback, which is right here. We swept New York high at 605. Came and dropped down. Started falling. I used the swing of New York. The swing New York started before closing, and then the last high that Sydney made, completing the bullish swing, and drew a fib in the 6.05 level. And I'm talking about this swing right here in the minute time frame. The 605 level was perfect. It lined up with the 5-minute OB and a 6:30 reversal for a 30-minute reversal and a rolling VWAP. So I was looking for a tap back into the rolling VWAP and rejection off the 5-minute OB, reversal off the 5 minutes, the 1 minute fib that I had drawn off 0.65 level to then keep the momentum going upwards. TP1, as you can see, was at the 0.786 level on green, because of a 1 minute order block, and there was a and it'll be right above it. And it lined up with the blue level, close enough with the blue level. It was a tick below my TP. So then that TP1 was there because if there was a one for a reversal, it would be there. But we did not, and we had some drawback, pullback, continued upwards, some more pullback, and just just some consolidation in this area up until Asia Open, and then Asia Open even then didn't have much until 8:20. Like I said, since we were at all-time highs, I expected more bullish movement, and the bullish swing into Asia fib extension lined up with the negative 0.169, and also with the DR range 1.375 at the midnight cluster. And yes, we were aiming for the midnight cluster. I could just do that. But yes, the green level of the bullish swing lined up with the DR range of Sydney, which was 67, and lined up perfectly with the midnight cluster, and 2, the 1.375 level. And we caught the entire bullish move of this swing in the minute time frame before flipping. And like I said, if there was a potential that I had a third con, I would have had the third con at break even down here, and then had it chase the previous Asia sessions all-time high. And that is exactly what happened. We absolutely ripped past it. It came back down, and then at 2 o'clock when Sydney closed, we absolutely ripped up and created a new all-time high. New York did not end up creating a new all-time high the next day, or even Asia into the next day as well. But New York did finish the move of creating a new all-time high before absolutely tanking down, sweeping the lows. Now, there were some other trades that could have possibly been taken, but as you can see, there is so much going on, so I had to step away from the charts from that night, and I was also editing some videos. And then, yes, into this day, the same shit. But yes, that was the trade recap. Nice, short, and sweet. Next week, we'll hopefully be back maybe with some more trades and a brand new combine. So, yes, thank you for watching, and catch you in the next one.